On February 19, 1942, President Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066, which gave the Army the power to remove civilians from military zones in Washington, Oregon, and California. The order following after the Japanese attack at Pearl Harbor that drove the U.S. into World War II. This led to the removal of 120,000 Japanese Americans to abandon their whole lives to be sent to one of the 10 concentration camps in some of the most isolated regions in the country. Now, every February, the Japanese American community pay tribute to the Executive Order 9066.
The California State Assembly declared February 19th Japanese Internment Day of Remembrance.
I rise today to introduce Assembly Concurrent Resolution 143 to declare February 19th, 2018 as a day of remembrance throughout the state of California. On February 19th of 1942, 2 months after Japan's bombing of Pearl Harbor, President Franklin Roosevelt signed Executive Order 9066, which led to the mass incarceration of over 120,000 Americans of Japanese ancestry.
For me, it's a remembrance of my father and mother and 2 sisters who went from Los Angeles, Boyle Heights, and were incarcerated at a post in Arizona where babies would cry every night. There was no air conditioning. And later my father, because he was a no-no, was transferred by train to Tule Lake, California, where I was born.
So it took several months to build the regular concentration camps like Manzanar and Tule Lake. So what they did was they had the people first go to the assembly centers. And there was one in LA County called Santa Anita. And over there we had 18,000 people. Now, 8,000 of them lived in the stables and 10,000 lived in the barracks that were built in the parking lot.
As we continue to strive for a more perfect union, we must continue to remain vigilant. And that is why I ask you to join me in remembering this day in our nation's history.
It's sad that our American culture had to resort to imprisonment in this matter. With our knowledge, we should have found another way to deal with the situation.
This resulted in 4 years of the lives of over 100,000 Japanese Americans spending their lives hopelessly in imprisonment camps. And so this Day of Remembrance honors those who suffered injustice and overcame.